This is The Scoop for Monday.
I'm Juanita Hurtado Huérfano with the WMNF News headlines. The United States and Israel bombed Iran Saturday morning. The airstrikes began after Iran attacked Israel and other Middle Eastern countries that host U.S. military bases. WMNF's Leah Burdick reports students for a democratic society held an emergency protest yesterday to rally against U.S. involvement in the Middle East.
No bombs in the air!
No boots on the ground, no bombs in the air! 21 demonstrators gathered on the corner of 56 and Fowler Ave demanding an end to the U.S. involvement in the Middle East. Demonstrators chanted, "The biggest threat in the world today is Donald Trump in the USA." Ali Enriquez is an SDS member, and she says there is no justification for U.S. aggression in sovereign nations.
We know the actions of the U.S. come from trying to trigger another war like Iraq. Trump chooses war willingly instead of like by ignoring in negotiations prior with Iran.
Demonstrator Gage Lasharity says these bombings are an act of desperation.
I mean, I fear that we're going to war. I fear that it's going to entrench the United States even deeper. I mean, we're deep in a hole, and you could really take a look at this and view like the 1960s as the beginning of the decline of the U.S. empire.
As protesters chanted, multiple cars honked in support, and some were cheering out the window while driving by. For WMNF News, I'm Leah Burdick in Tampa.
Donald Trump in the USA!
Donald Trump in the USA!
A Florida bill targeting unions is drawing pushback in Tampa. WMNF's Chris Young reports that around 40 activists rallied against the bill in Ybor City last week.
Union busting, that's disgusting! Union busting, that's disgusting! Union busting, that's disgusting! Union busting, that's disgusting!
Demonstrators, many representing unions, gathered to speak out against Senate Bill 1296. The bill would require public sector unions to have a majority support from all employees they represent before getting bargaining power, not just workers who vote. Stephanie Yoakum is the president of the West Central Florida Labor Council and the Polk Education Association. She says if put into law, the bill would threaten union members' ability to fight for salaries and health care.
Workers in this state run this state, and yet we continue to be last on their priority list. And in fact, they are trying to harm us with this bill and take our constitutional rights away to association and to collectively bargain with our employer.
A Senate analysis of the bill revealed several constitutional issues. Supporters say the bill closes a gap in union accountability. The Senate version of the bill is set to be heard in committee on Monday, with the House bill also progressing through committees.
Stand up, fight back! Stand up, fight back!
Chris Young, WMNF News, Tampa.
Stand up, fight back! Stand up, fight back!
Florida faith leaders are finding themselves as the latest victims of AI deepfakes. According to the Tampa Bay Times, these videos impersonate pastors through voice and image to scam followers out of their money and spread false messages. Some pastors, like Reverend Christopher Bennett from the First Miami Presbyterian Church, see these scammers like the next generation of email phishing scams from the early 2000s. Faith leaders warn these AI deepfakes are part of a national trend and can further erode trust in religion institutions. This morning, the U.S. military said that Kuwait mistakenly shot down 3 American warplanes. The announcement comes amid an escalation of attacks between the U.S., Israel, and Iran. Over 500 people have been killed in Iran so far. Israel has reported 11 deaths, and Lebanon 31. The U.S. Air Force said all 6 crew members within the planes are safe and in a stable condition. Today, it will be sunny with highs in the mid-80s. Tonight, it will be clear with lows in the mid-60s. And tomorrow, it will be sunny nearing the mid-80s. I'm Juanita Hurtado Huérfano with the WMNF News Headlines.
This is The Scoop, recorded at WMNF Tampa.